Hello, and thank you for taking the time to learn about promoting reading at home through utilizing free reading resources online with Tina Hensley. Most of us didn't just wake up one day and instantly know how to read sentences. According to reading specialist Amy Weddick, reading comes through a process of 5 different stages. Stage 0, pre-reading stage, children aged 6 months to 6 years old, or new to the language, using pictures to tell them the story. They can read some letters, but aren't ready to put the letters together to form actual words. Stage 1. Initial readers and decoders for first and second graders, or someone learning a second language that can read words or be able to make out the sounds of a word to form the word. This stage benefits from reading books that use the most common words, known as sight words, and books that contain rhyming. Stage 2, confirmation and fluency, for second and third graders, or new language learners who can read simple stories. This stage benefits from reading books that use sight words, the meaning of the book from the content that is written, and deciphering the meaning of unknown words through the words that surround it, also known as decoding. Stage 3, reading for learning, the new, for 4th to 8th grade, or someone who has completed stage 2 while learning a new language. Books at this level usually only have one viewpoint. Readers can benefit from reading more complex fiction and nonfiction, reference books, and magazines as they are reading to learn new information. Stage 4, multiple viewpoints, for high schoolers and those learning a new language that have completed stage 3. Books at this level contain several viewpoints and can range from essays to commentaries. Readers will decipher words through breaking words apart to make out their meaning. For example, the word tricycle. They would recognize the prefix tri to mean 3, and the root word cycle to mean circle. They would then combine the meanings of 3 cycles and formulate that the word was a 3-wheeled bike. Stage 5, construction and reconstruction, for college age and those learning a new language that have completed stage 4. Ranges from reading to meet your current needs through telling how to fix something to college textbooks. We learned in stages, as our children are learning in stages just as well. How fast they will transition through these stages can be hindered or propelled by what you are doing with them at home. If you would like to speed up the transitioning process through the stages, you can help through providing 20 minutes a day of reading at home. Research indicates, according to Shaywitz, that those extra 20 minutes a day can provide your children with an increased knowledge base of over 1.8 million new words a year to work with. So why should we read to our children at home when they already do enough work at school? There are many benefits to reading at home with your child, but I will only touch on 3 main points. First of all, as a parent, I'm always looking for a way to connect with my children. Reading provides a great opportunity for me to get to know them on an individual basis, with what interests them, while providing quality alone time together for bonding. Secondly, according to Matheson, when we read to our children, we not only increase their vocabulary, but we also provide a way to interest our kids in desiring to read as well. Children want to replicate what they see others doing, so if they see us as parents reading, they too will have the desire to read as well. Thirdly, according to Dewson, students who receive a bilingual education starting in kindergarten will, by the 5th grade, be more likely to read as well or better in English than students whose native language is English. Can reading with my child who has intellectual disabilities be beneficial? Research according to Riepel, Marchand, Martella, and Martella has found that students with mild intellectual disabilities who received intensive reading instruction were found to have an increased chance of becoming literate in reading. As parents, we can also help teach intensive reading instruction through teaching how each of the letters make sounds, how to sound out all the various sounds that letters make, how to sound out words, and through daily reading practices. What language should we speak and read to our children in? According to Claude Goldenberg research, it suggests that the longer a non-native English speaker receives instruction in their first language and English combined, they will increase their chances of achieving success in English. After searching the many resources available to locate books, I stumbled upon a website called Sylvan Book Adventure, and it is located at www.bookadventure.com/home.aspx. You may want to copy this address down, as it isn't in the brochure. I'm referencing this website to help you locate books that you could find at the library, but not necessarily have direct access to online. This website is helpful in locating books according to subject material, grade level, degree of difficulty, and whether you want to read fiction or nonfiction. It also provides an opportunity to take a quiz on the book after it has been read, though the answers are visible while taking the quiz. Also, sometimes you need to find other ways to hook your children into reading. Some kids need to see a tangible reward for doing something that they didn't think of themselves to do. Reading, I found, can be one such task that no matter how interesting the story is, students won't buy completely in until they can see the reward. The following website also isn't referenced, so you may want to jot it down as well. It's at www.weareteachers.com/blog/2015/10-summer-programs-for-kids. The author, Derringer, provides 8 different opportunities for students to earn rewards, from earning tokens at Chuck E. Cheese to $10 deposited into a Young Savers account at TD Bank. I would like to spend the rest of our time together navigating through 3 different websites that offer different reading levels for free. The first website that we're going to look into is starfall.com. We will find books geared for beginning readers up to the age of a 2nd grade reading level. By clicking Learn to Read, you will find that the books use phonics to teach children the sounds that the letters make in order to learn how to read. Hovering over the word will highlight the word in yellow. If we click on the word, it sounds out each letter of the word and makes it appear on paper that shows how the letters would be written in manuscript handwriting. In order to remove the written form, just click on the X in the upper right-hand corner. Otherwise, it will time out. If you click on a sight word, which are the words that students will learn through memorizing, not through trying to sound them out, you will find that the whole word is stated. Click on the arrow to the right of the hand to go to the next page. Each time you click to go to the next page, you will hear the sound of the letter that your student is working on and learning. In order to hear the whole sentence read out loud, we just clicked on the ear. The artwork will then animate after the sentence is read. We can also click on the artwork and it will put the artwork into animation as well. Zach sat on a can. The ants ran to the jam. Zach had a fan. Zach had a fan. The ants ran and ran. Zach had a nap. At the end The student will be asked if they like the book. And by hovering over the faces, it will answer what the face stands for. And then we'll X out. Once you've read all the Learn to Read books, you can proceed to the next level, which is called Fun to Read. It's fun to read. I will scroll down through all the suggestions until we get to tongue twisters. We're going to click on Fuzzy Wuzzy. And as you can see right here, we have an ear. If we click on this ear, it's going to read us the whole entire page. We can click on each word and have the word read out loud. Or we can just read the entire page ourselves. And if we click on the X in the upper right-hand corner, we're going to be taken back to the tongue twister menu. And then once we're finished reading all the tongue twisters, we can go to the green arrow in the upper left-hand corner to go back to the main menu for more It's Fun to Read books. Once we're done reading all the It's Fun to Read books, then we can click on the green arrow in the upper left-hand corner to go back to the main menu. Now we're going to go to the I'm reading level. Here we can choose from Three Little Pigs, fiction and nonfiction, comics, folk tales, Greek myths, and Chinese fables. We're going to click on comics, where we're going to see 5 books to choose from. I'm going to click on Lemonade Girl. And if I hover over the title and over her eyes, we're actually going to see the girl blink. So there we go. We're going to click on the green arrow to the right to advance to the next page. We can click on the ear if we want the whole page read to us. And we can hover over the words to highlight them, as well as click on the word to have it read to us. And at the end, we will see that we're given the option that we can actually print the book. And if we click on the green arrow in the lower right-hand corner, or in the X in the upper right-hand corner, it will take us back to the comics menu. And if we click the green arrow in the upper left-hand corner, we can go back to the main menu for the I'm reading level. Once we've read through all those books, we can go in the upper left-hand corner as well to go back to the main menu. And here we're going to find further fun activities down here in the lower left-hand corner. Next website that we're going to go to is www.magickeys.com books. Here we find children's storybooks for young children, older children, and young adults, as well as many activities at the bottom to choose from. I want to share an older children's book to look through. I have chosen the book Fruit Salad. Fruit Salad, there we go. Here we will see that the book title, Fruit Salad, is located underneath the word Restart. We can click on the navigation arrow on the right side of the page to jump to the next page. And if we want to go back to the previous page, we would just click on the arrow on the left-hand side of the page. You can restart the book by clicking Restart at the top. As well as we can go back to the home page for more selections by scrolling down to the bottom where it says Back to Children's Storybooks Online. Now, if you look through the titles, you will notice that some of the children's storybooks have a picture of a play button next to them. I'm going to choose the one that has to do with the farm animals. On this page, you're going to notice that we have speakers next to the title, and then we also have a speaker next to the words. I'm going to click on the speaker. And then scroll down to the finger right here as far as to go to the next page. And if we scroll over the actual animal, yes, it will make the noise that the animal actually makes. Now the last website that I want to explore is called esl-bits.net. This website is geared towards middle to high school age children or intermediate to advanced readers. An intermediate reader, according to Wikibooks, is one that can understand new vocabulary words by using the clues around the words to determine its meaning. An advanced reader is one that can determine the meaning of new vocabulary by understanding more of the background knowledge about the specific subject they are reading about. All the selections provided are written in a format for you to be able to read, and also provide the option of choosing to listen to someone else read to you as well. You can search through the classic audiobook, where here we will find books, classic books that were written from 1813 all the way down to 1960. And then we're just going to click on a selection. Then you go to the book index. You can click on the chapter that you want to read, or you can click on a chapter that you left off on previously. Now, you notice at the top, you can actually choose faster listening speed and slower listening speed. Though, if you choose to listen to a different speed other than the one you're listening to, it will start the reading from the very beginning of the chapter. Now we're going to click on ESL Bits Home. We're going to look at audiobooks. Now here in this section, we see a wide array of books that have been made into movies, such as, let's see here, The Outsiders, Black Beauty, and Bridge to Terabithia. Then we can go back to the home on the left-hand side. And here we'll see novellas. This section consists of short novels where there are less chapters to read than a long novel. Let's see, Big Driver here. We go to book index and see, well, he had 48 chapters. Let's go back to one that wasn't so drastic. The next section is short stories. This section consists of stories that can be read in as little as 20 minutes or up to 40 minutes. The Listerdale Mysteries. And then if you scroll down a little farther, you can see they get a little lengthier in time. And then we're going to go back to the home page and see intermediate readers. This section holds a broad range of informational articles for intermediate readers that span from 4 minutes on up to 35 minutes to read. Then we'll go back to the home page. And we here I have here advanced readers. This section contains a broad range of informational articles for advanced readers that can span from 10 minutes all the way up to an hour to read. And then we'll go back to the home page. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see here that we have other activities that you can sift through later. But I want to introduce two other areas that are readable as well as for listening pleasure. The first one is radio audio dramas. This section has a vast array of classic radio shows that aired before television shows were invented that have been transcribed into a transcript that can be read as well, or you can listen to at the same time. So here's the transcription, and then we'll scroll back to the ESL Bits home. Scroll down to the bottom and we'll see songs. Listen, read, and sing along. Here you will find several artists to choose from, such as Johnny Cash, The Byrds. The list just goes on and on. And if you notice with each one of the singers themselves, they have a list of songs that you can play as well. You can click on a title, and then just hit the play button. And then you can see as far as at the bottom that you actually have the words that you can sing to. This concludes all of the websites that I will be navigating through today. I have brochures that summarize today's presentation as well as a list of several websites that I think will help you locate different levels of reading materials. Thank you for your time, and I hope this presentation will benefit you in some way. Please complete the brief survey to help me prepare more beneficial presentations in the future.